3, 2, 1, let's get it.
What's going on? This is Magic Mitch, and in this food adventure, I'm throwing you a bit of a curveball here, especially if you recently watched the UK and Europe tour that just wrapped up. So here's a quick summary. I jumped the timeline here, which is why I look a little different, but don't worry, it's just what I like to call my hippie Mitchy essence manifested in physical form. And if you've already seen my stuff on Facebook or Instagram, or even some of the other collaboration videos I've done with other eaters, you're most likely aware of this. Actually, you would have also seen this during my April Fool's video, where I was just doing a bunch of goofy and silly things to try to throw you off while you're watching the video. But hold on, where are my manners? I still haven't introduced the man, the myth, the legend that's sitting right next to me, and I'm also honored to be sharing the table with him in this food adventure. His name is Nader Reda, who also goes by the name of Freak Eating, which is a very fitting name because he's embarked on quite a variety of food adventures. From these epic food monstrosities like the one that you're watching now, to the ones of the heated variety, and even some very gnarly and, dare I say, freaky food adventures, which, if that's your cup of tea, then you won't be disappointed with his content. Links to his social media will be in the description down below. And also, I just have to point this out. He is one of the most, truest OG food fighters in the game, who started way back in 2008. And of course, how could I not love a guy who's sporting his own superhero hoodie? Now for this food adventure, we're both at Bella's Pizzeria in Collierville, Tennessee, taking on the 28-inch Team Pizza Challenge. Now for this challenge, you and a partner, you have a decision to make before you even start this battle, because there are actually two paths to choose from before you even select your ingredients. You can select the path of protein, which involves selecting 2 meat toppings, or you can go down Vegetable Valley, which consists of choosing 3 vegetable toppings, which that is the path we decided to take on this one because you never know how liberal the toppings are going to be when it comes to pizza challenges. And for the toppings, we went with tomatoes, green peppers, and mushrooms. Now along with this massive pizza comes 2 64-ounce drink pitchers, which I'll be touching back on later in the video. And if you're able to finish all that within the 1-hour time limit, you get the meal for free, which is $60, and you also get a free shirt, your picture up on their wall of fame, and a $100 gift certificate to use at the restaurant. So overall, yeah, pretty big fan of this challenge and how it's set up. Of course, I love the gold standard, which is the free meal, the free shirt, and your picture up on their wall of fame for beating the challenge. I love the fact that you're able to customize your pizza to your liking, and I'm definitely a fan of that $100 gift card, which, if we were able to win, there might actually be an opportunity to use it this time around, since we would be in the area for a few days. Unlikely, but hey, you never know.
I'm gonna have to go to the soda a lot sooner than I thought I would. Toppings were a good choice too. We're not done yet.
Yeah. Uh-oh. It's the second part.
It's the
I guess I realized what I was doing while I was saying it.
So the reason that we're both down here in the first place is because we are preparing for a very special eating event. One that will be taking place in just a couple of days from this adventure. So we decided to meet up, get some battles under our belts, and make sure that we were both ready for the big day. Especially in my case because, I'll be honest, I was a little rusty at the time, and I needed to make sure that I found my magical groove. But, of course, once I put on that turtle hoodie, the urge to consume mass quantities of pizza, it just coursed throughout my body. And let's not forget the traditional pizza socks for even more power-up bonuses. And in case you're wondering, yes, that is a ring pop I'm wearing, and yes, that is also a candy bracelet. They're just a few extra accessories to my ever-growing and highly fashionable food fighting attire.
We have to finish the ice too.
Man. Oh.
It's always gonna be
There's a hesitation.
Oh, by the way, the most ridiculous thing happened when we entered the restaurant. So when we showed up to this restaurant to get everything set up, Nader went to go use the restroom, and I noticed a rerun of this game show called America Says, which was playing on one of the TVs. I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. But one thing I picked up on was that these teams that play against each other, they have these themes to them. And in this case, one of the teams was yogis, or people who are super into yoga, so I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then when I looked and saw the other team, I could not believe what I saw. The theme of the other team going against the Yogis was competitive eaters. And what's even crazier is that Natter was on the team. Now tell me, what are the odds of that happening?
There he is. There he is.
This is a great show. We love it.
Oh, my buddy that's doing the challenge with me is on it right now.
Oh,
That's him.
is that him?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh,
Yeah.
there.
Ooh, little Kevin Ross action. This is absolutely wild.
Now for this pizza challenge, while I was a bit more out of eating shape than I would have liked, we both were aware the record time for this pizza challenge was 18 minutes and 17 seconds, which was held by another team of food fighters, consisting of the big man himself, Randy Santel, and the Branimal, Brett Healy, who is a local eater in the area. And like with a lot of challenges, I was going into this one thinking like, if things play out favorably and it seems within reach, well, we'll just see how it goes. Though, getting the record would be a nice confidence booster leading up to the big event. Just saying. When it came to this pizza challenge, the pizza itself, I felt like that was the easy part, especially with how delicious it was. So of course, I'm giving this one a thumbs up. Everything tasted great and had a fantastic ratio between all the ingredients, and they all blended in so well together. And challenges with crusts that don't suck, they are so appreciated, as was in this case with this pizza challenge. And actually, it was one of the better pizza crusts I've had for a challenge. But I'm not gonna lie, the pitcher of soda for this challenge, that was a whole different story, which is something I overlooked initially because most of the time, it's either that you get a drink or two per person or a pitcher to split between the two. Typically you don't get a pitcher for each person. So I was figuring it'd just be easy enough to slam whatever soda was left at the end, but the more that pitcher stared me in the face, the more I started to realize how much was there, and it would fill me up fast. So I did abandon the water pretty quickly into this challenge so I could use more of that soda.
That soda's stretching your guts, right?
Get a little brain freeze too.
Once the pizza was finished, it was time for me to focus on that remaining soda. And while I was starting to feel a little full, I had to power through. So I tapped into my Wisconsin heritage in order to awaken the magical drinking powers that reside from within in order to take the rest of this thing down.
Go, 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 go.
Now that might have looked easy, but just like these post-challenge push-ups, that is certainly not the case. The push-ups are definitely a challenge in themselves, and if you're enjoying your time watching this video, why stop now? Embark on another one, and I'll see you there.